So now we're going to analyze the young alien with his connection to the conflict. Change this to his. And the conflict was he was trying to abduct the human and everything just kept going wrong, right? He just could not get it right. So, and so we're going to analyze this young alien using this Steele chart. We're going to think about what he said with the conflict, how he thought about it, or what he was thinking throughout it, the effects of it with it and afterwards, his actions with it, and how he looked, okay? So let's think about some of the things he said. He didn't say much at all, but I know in the beginning he says some kind of weird alien language. So let's go back and see what he said here. And you hear him kind of talking, and I want to say I think he might have been saying, hey, wait a minute, or something. So in alien language, he might have said, wait, or hold on a second. Something to that, like that. Okay, so now we're going to go to the way he might have been thinking with this, okay? He really doesn't, like I said, they don't really say much of anything, but you can see from his facial expressions what he might be thinking. So let's go over back to our video and let's see. Okay, all right. So let me go further. So what do you think he's looking right here? Maybe a little unsure? You can kind of hear him, maybe. So we kind of say he might have been unsure. Let's go back and see what else he was thinking. So he's still looking unsure. He's going to press something. And now he's getting kind of frustrated. He's thinking, why is this not working for me? So he's probably thinking, why are these, because he's frustrated, why are these buttons not working for me? Let's go back and see what else he might have been thinking. Let's see. Kind of still looking unsure. And he thinks he has it, but up there his face drops. So I'm going to also say, oh, thought he had it. But he didn't. All right, let's go back over here and look some more. Oh, he's like, oh, I think I can get it. But here he goes. And now he's looking, what do you think he's thinking? Maybe he's thinking he's shamed. Not really shamed, but I think he might be thinking, I really messed up. And maybe he's embarrassed. Okay. All right, let's go in towards more of the ending. Let's see. What do you think he's thinking right here? Upset? I would say so. So I'm going to come over here. Then he's upset. Let's see, he's looking at the end. Kind of happy, right? He's going to let him drive the ship. So probably happy to fly the ship. Okay. So what was the effects of him trying to abduct this alien? I would say that he got really frustrated. And upset that he couldn't do this. He kept trying and trying and trying, but nothing was working for him. No matter what he did. And what was going on with this human during the time when he was just pressing all these buttons, right? The human was just bouncing all over the wall. All over the place. So we had to stop and think about the effect. How did the character respond to the conflict? Okay, what was his effect of that? And then how are the other people responding to this conflict with him? And so meanwhile the human was bouncing over the place, what was the older dude doing? He was just sitting there kind of taking notes, right? Just kind of judging him. So the older alien was judging him. So these are the effects of how he handled the conflict, how the other people handled his conflict, and so that's how we're going to do that. So some of his actions were, while he was trying to get this human out, was he was smashing buttons, pressing all the buttons. He banged on the buttons. So he did a lot of stuff with that, right? And he did. Let's go back and look. So let's see. And he did, I think he did crash the ship at the end. Let's play it. Yeah, and he crashed the ship at the end. So crash ship at the end. Okay, so how does he look? We know. Okay, we know he's green. He's an alien. He wore a white helmet. He did look frustrated. And sad, and he looked mad at parts. So that's just how we're going to fill out the still chart. You're actually going to fill out the still chart for the older alien, okay? And so you're going to analyze the older alien with his connection to the conflict. Remember, the younger alien was trying to abduct human, and he just couldn't do it, right? We're going to put that on there. So what did the older alien say? He didn't say anything. But what was he thinking as this young alien was trying to get this older alien, try to get this human out of the house? What were the effects of it? I would think about when the human almost crashed on the ground. Think about what he did. What were some of his actions? He didn't do much actions, but there were some actions in there. You kind of look in the beginning and towards the end. And of course, how did he look? He was bigger, green, alien. And I would say throughout the whole thing, he didn't have much expression on his face. So your job right now, what you're going to have to do is fill out this part. I'm going to have him highlight it for you. I'm going to fill out this. And you're going to fill out this part. It's not highlighting. Okay. So you're going to fill out the yellow part of the chart. You're going to tell me what he thought throughout the video, what his effects was. Think about this when the human crashed on the ground. Think about in the beginning and the ending. And you can erase this when you're writing. And then some of his actions from the beginning, middle, and ending. Okay? So that's what you're going to be doing on this part. Let me know if you have any questions.